Hello and welcome to Function Bytes. In this B1 Plus level video, we are looking at phrases to agree and disagree. When we hear or read opinions, we often agree or disagree. But how much do we agree? Do we agree with everything? Or only part of it? Or perhaps we don't agree with any of it at all. Maybe we disagree completely. These are the words and phrases we can use to agree with everything. Absolutely. I completely agree. I agree completely. I couldn't agree more. Fair point or good point. That's true. Sure, I know what you mean. Listen and compare absolutely with absolutely. Sometimes we put extra stress to show how much we agree. Likewise, I totally agree and I totally agree. But maybe we agree with some of the opinion or idea, but not everything. I agree up to a point. I agree in part. It's partly to do with that. That's partly true. I kind of agree. I half agree. If you do something reluctantly, you don't really want to do it, and you are slow to accept it and even maybe a little unhappy about it. So when we say these phrases, we usually show our reluctance to accept the idea. You might be right. I suppose so. I guess. I suppose you might be right. Listen and compare I suppose with I suppose so and I guess so with I guess so. There are many phrases in English we can use to disagree. Many are impolite, but here are some of the phrases to disagree politely. I'm not so sure that's true. I'm afraid I don't see it like that. I'm sorry, but I can't agree with you on this. Then we have some phrases that accept the other person's point of view, but still disagree with it. These phrases usually have a but to introduce the opposite opinion. I can see what you're saying, but. I understand your point, but. I understand where you're coming from, but. Here's a group of friends talking about social media. The problems with social media are just too great. We shouldn't let children use it. Absolutely. Until they're a certain age, they should be kept away from it. And there's the content. Some of it could be dangerous. The companies should block it. That's a fair point. I mean, there's a lot of people out there posting some bad things. I understand where you're coming from, but they cannot block it all. Social media is about sharing ideas and being creative. I agree with you up to a point, but surely the tech companies could do more to protect people from harmful content. I couldn't agree more, Jen. They have to do more. I suppose you're right. This group is discussing some of the problems affecting students in the city. So, the biggest problem for students is the price of meals. Is that right? Yes, that's true. They're very expensive these days. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you on this. I mean, yes, meals are expensive, but it's not the biggest problem. It's accommodation. The dormitories cost a lot and they're not always so good. I agree completely, Tom. The dormitories also need to be more relaxed and give the students a bit more freedom. I kind of agree, but the idea is to be there while they study. Maybe a bit of control is a good thing. It's partly to do with that, but it's also about not waking the other people who are trying to sleep. That's a good point. They need to think about the other people staying there too. In this video, we have looked at different phrases we use and hear when we agree and disagree. we've looked at phrases to agree completely, partly agree, agree reluctantly, and to disagree politely. That's all for this Function Bites. Have a great day.